What's going on, guys? Taimanin Amazing here. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be going over Fuuma Tokiko and my first impressions on the character. So I've gotten my testing out a little bit with the character. I haven't really used her to her fullest extent. Again, you know, these are always first impression videos when I make these, so I'm not, you know, the most skilled like knowledgeable on like every skill that she has, but I kind of got a gist of like what every skill does, and I tested out every single skill with her kit to kind of see what works with her and what doesn't. So the thing is with Fuuma Tokiko, I think she's a character that feels a lot like Asagi, where you can run any color and you'll do well. I was testing out all the builds, and I think every build was very good. A lot of them actually are not as bad as I thought they would be. I'm gonna have to reconnect my controller, but like, yeah, no, I think all the abilities that they mentioned on the live stream was something that I wanted to see if it would work as well. But yeah, so I'll be able to show you guys each skill here and kind of show you guys what Tokiko's about. She's very nice, by the way. I got all her outfits, and I like this one the most. This is definitely her best one in my opinion. But yeah, so basically this is how it works. You do this, you hold down and you repeat, and this is gonna be her, like, you know, her martial soaring shallow, which or swallow, which is basically like, if you guys have seen like you know, you guys have tested out like Asagi and like I think like Obro does this too. I don't know, Sakura might do it too. There's a bunch of characters that do this, like, you know, where you hold down and then you do this and you just spam and you get like an attack in the air. I don't really like these kinds of skills because a lot of bosses in the game aren't able to be hit by these, so that's the problem with that skill, that I don't really think it's, you know, the best. Moving on, we have the dash attack, which it is a little, you know, I'm not gonna like, the thing is about it is like, when you dash in towards the enemy, like, I'll show you guys, if I dash in, I can't move out the animation till now. So the moment like I was moving out, that animation was right at the end there, you see, that's when I can move. The entire animation, I'm kind of stuck in it for a while, which is a little bit of a hindrance, but it is not the worst at all, really. There's definitely worse skills out there, right? And I think this skill is fairly decent too. I don't think it's the worst just because of that. It's definitely able to knock down the enemy for a while, and as you can see, like, when I'm running full red, the enemy gets knocked down for a decent amount of time, so they can't really do anything, right? When I'm able to proc that. So next skill, we have the Taimanin Squall, which is, I think, the full blue build, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, full blue. So when you run full blue build, you're able to do the Taimanin Squall, which is basically when you go really close to a bunch of enemies and they're all surrounding you, you can drop the Taimanin Squall and it's gonna do a good amount of AoE damage. And this is the full blue build ability, right? If you're running full blue, which I tested it out and it is fairly good. Considering, you know, blue supporters aren't the greatest, I think it's really good to kind of combo with what's that character, the one that gives you the AoE passive, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I think it's Amane, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure, but we'll have to check. But that is a supporter that works really well with the Tokiko there, right, on the full blue build. And then moving on, we have her dodge, which if you guys don't know, her dodge with the red or not the red ability, but just like naturally with the dodge, you see as these like kunais are getting hit into the enemy right there, that's part of her dodge. So when I do the dodge again, the kunai are going to start shooting out from her and they're going to be hitting the enemy, giving them a lower defense on full red, right? And I'm able to kind of do a bunch of damage there. And yeah, another thing to know as well, I forgot to take note about this, but Tokiko's attack string is not the worst in the world. I think her, like, because I don't know, when I initially saw the live stream, I thought she would play like Sakura in terms of her like reach, but her reach is fairly decent. Like, I can hit this guy from like a decent amount of like distance away, right, on the melee build. But yeah, and then this is the, what is this one? This is the full green build. Okay, so if you're running full green, this is the ability that you're able to do. So it's a pretty long animation. That's the only thing that I have an issue with. Like, if you're fighting a boss, I think this would be very good, but if you're fighting a bunch of enemies, definitely not the way to go with this, because as you guys can see, this is the animation and I still can't get out of the animation. By the way, I'm trying to get out of the animation and I just got out. So that's how long it lasts. It's like 5 seconds, bro. So it's a long time this lasts. So you hold down your attack and then you let it go, and I'm still in the animation, right? I can't get out. Now I can get out, right? Like, that's kind of like a little bit delayed there. But I think, you know, in general, like, if you're fighting a boss and they're getting staggered from all those hits from that ability, they're not really gonna do anything. So it doesn't really matter that you can't move out of the animation when you're one-shotting them, right? Like, a full green especially, like, because this is a full green build, you know, skill. So yeah, moving on. we have the Taimanin art blast, which I really like actually. I think this one is pretty good because it drops a bunch of mines on the ground, right? And then when the enemy walks onto the mines, they get blown up. So you know, if this guy will move, there we go. I'll just push him into it. Yeah, they get blown up. So it's fairly good. I don't think it's the best skill in the world, but it's definitely you know, one to take note of. So this is going to be Tokiko's Taimanin art here, which is your actual Taimanin art. Because the rest of them are called Taimanin art, but this one is the one that gets her the you know, the bonus to her normal attack. So her normal attack string goes from being a melee normal attack string where I'm doing this to actually this now. So now I can shoot my ranged kunai, which is pretty good. It doesn't like track the enemy if I'm not mistaken, and the range on it, as you can see, is not the most crazy, to be fair. You know, like this is how far it can go. Like if I move a little closer, I still can't hit him. Maybe the last hits hit him right there, right? The last few are able to hit him if I get close enough, right? Those hit him, right? But if I'm like this distance, I can definitely hit the enemy. So you have to be like in the general like vicinity. But the range is pretty good. I think it's fairly nice. I think the kunais going out on the side are kind of useless for most of the time, like unless there's a bunch of enemies. But that's definitely, you know, an option you guys can run on her. I think honestly, and I thought range would be better. I think no range Tokiko might be better. Like low-key just drop the Taimanin art entirely and try and run like, you know, another like part of her kit with the skills. I don't think it's that crazy, to be fair. Okay, Taimanin art fan. So this is her you know, this is her red ability. So when you run full red, it actually, the kunais track. So normally they do not track and they'll just like spread out. So if I shoot it like this way, will it? Oh no, it will attract. So it will track because it's full red. Just because I have full red on her, it tracks. If you didn't have full red, it would not track. So that's something to take into account. But you are going to be running this ability with full red regardless because it is a full red ability. But I just wanted to make that note. It is a fairly good skill. I think this is probably one of her best considering how much damage I was doing when I was playing with it in the actual like daily quest. But it does a lot of damage, man. I think it's fairly good. So this is definitely a good skill if you want to test her out with full red. And then here's the hummingbird attack. So immediately after an attack, I'll wait till this guy attacks me. Right, so oh, actually no, it's not that. It's actually based on her normal attack. So or any like ability. So if I'm doing this is not actually a dodge. This is a it's like a chain ability. So if I'm doing this, I actually really like this skill. There we go. And then it drops the kunai right there, and it like basically does the full red build, right? And then because I'm running full red on this, I'm able to actually you know, stun the enemy there with this ability, which is really good. So yeah, no, this one's a pretty good ability. I really like this one when I was playtesting because I think this one works really well with Tokiko. So this is definitely a skill I'd highly recommend. And then we have the Fuuma martial artist autumn wind ability, which is her 81. So I'm not gonna be able to get her 81, unfortunately. Let me do their full attack animation there. Oh, I did it too quick. Let's see. There we go. And then yeah, so it does like a little like dash towards the enemy and does like a little spin there. I'm not too sure how that's gonna play out because I haven't tested it out completely. But that's gonna be her attack when you run that skill at level 81. So let's back out of the training area and I'll kind of show you guys what she looks like in actual play now. We'll do I'll probably do like 1 or 2 builds here to kind of show you. Maybe I'll do like 1 of each color actually, just to be fair. We'll do 1 of each color. So first setup I'll do is we'll be doing the I'll actually remove Taimanin art, the range one, and I'm actually gonna run. Actually no, because red build, I think red build you can keep the Taimanin art. Because this is a ranged ability anyway, right? It performs a ranged attack. So you want, like, if you're running Tokiko with a red build, I'd definitely recommend going with ranged supporters. So if you're running this, like, Spico is really good. This support is really good, the Granny Providence, like, right? Homura, like, you know, you're kind of going for, like, a ranged build with her on red. But yeah, and then for this, I guess I'd run, yeah, no, I could keep that on. And then I guess I'll put Evil Eye, Clairvoyance, so I get a dodge. Yeah, we'll run this and we'll hop into a daily quest. So we'll do a hard shard daily quest. And I'll show you guys how full red goes, and then we'll swap to full green, and then we'll do full blue, and then I'll wrap up the video and kind of, you know, let you guys know how I feel about Tokiko. I think she's a fairly good character. I don't think she's the best character in the game, unfortunately. You know, she's not the best in the world, but she's definitely a character that you can strive to get because she is fun, man. That's what counts. So she is very fun. You see the amount of damage I was doing on those, right? So let's see if I can let me get the dodge. Oh, Oh, can I get the dodge? There we go. And then let's see. Let's do the let's do that. The ranged ability right there. Let's do the normal attacks, and then we'll do that. The hummingbird thing is really good because you can proc it a lot, and because her normal attack string isn't that long, you can like proc this like multiple times, right? Because as you guys can see, like I'm able to proc this like a few times here. Look at that, boom, boom, boom. Let me see if I can proc it again. Oh, I missed it there. There we go. Oh, I missed it again. Let's see. There we go. And just like that, like you could, if you get this like chain combo going with her like normal attacks, I think you could definitely like chain it there fairly well. But yeah, let's drop ultimate. And that's what her ultimate looks like. Very nice, by the way. I do like the end animation of her ultimate. Very cool. But when you get the kill, you do not get the kill. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this to get the kill. Finish it off with her ranged kunai there. Yeah, that's the full red build. Fairly cool. I think on a full green build, you'd want to run full melee. So I'm going to switch to full green this time. We're going to bring a bunch of crit supporters and see how well she does with that. Again, remember guys that this is a first impression, so I don't have the character like leveled up on her like on her skills yet. Like if we go to her skills just to show you, I'm running on her skills. On the levels, right, it's only the skill cooldown, which I'm going to keep upgrading just so you guys can see like throughout the video. Yeah, let's switch supporters to full green here, and then we'll hop into the stage again with full green and the setup, and then I'll show you guys what I'm rocking. Alright, so this is the build we're going to be running on Tokiko now for full green. We got the Fuuma Martial Artist, Stone Piercer, the Fuuma Martial Artist, Smashing Spree, Taimanin Blast, and then Evil Eye, Clairvoyance, which we're always going to run. This one is going to be the one where we drop the kunai on the ground. This is going to be her full green build, and then this is going to be her dash attack that she has at the beginning as well. So the reason I'm not running the Taimanin again is because we don't need the ranged build when we're running Tokiko on thing. And then the supporters I'm rocking, we're running basically all crit supporters, right? Just to see how much you can do with the crits. And even if anything, I'll put Tokiko supporter on actually. I'll put Tokiko supporter and we'll actually run that because that's meant for her, right? That's like literally what she came with if you do pick up her supporter as well. And then I'll put Koru in the last slot there. So yeah, we're all about crits with this build, right? Only going to go for the crits, and we'll test it out here. It should be fairly good. I remember like when I was testing out the full green like ability, again, you guys know it's very long, but the effect on it, like on how much damage I'm going to be doing, is really good. So if I do this, look at that, bro. No crits there, unfortunately. Okay, we got a crit at the end there, and we got another crit as well. Yeah, as you can see, it's not the greatest ability, even though it does keep going, right? It's kind of like, how do I explain this? It's a lot like Sakura's Shadow Cleave, except it's just mainly like going for the attacks. Like it just keeps chaining enemies. Like if I do it, there we go, bop, 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 bop. It's still going, by the way, it's still going, and then I get hit in the crossfire there, because that's just like the thing with it. I think that is a little bit annoying, because you do get hit in the crossfire like that. So we drop the bombs. And then I'll do her dash attack. Okay, dash attack gets the kill right there, pretty good. And then I do get a speed boost on her dash attack. That's very good. When you're running full green, I think that's not a bad ability right there. And then if I do B right here, and then I do her attack, we're gonna get guaranteed crits, and it's gonna be doing a lot of damage here. Like look at that, bro. I think if you act or if you proc a Tokiko supporter and then do her her full green ability, that's when it's going to be doing a lot of damage, man. That's when you're actually going to be hitting the big numbers. So I'm going to try and hit the boss with it if I can. Let's see if I can get the boss in that setup right there. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to do that. Oh, we got hit in the attacks there. Let's see if we could dash, knock those guys out. There you go. Get me out of there. Okay, and then that's when we drop the kunai, we get the dodge, and we get the thing, we get a speed boost now, and we get the kill on the boss there. So, you know, it's not, I don't think green is a bad build. Like, green regardless on any character is always good because of the supporters, right? But I think there's definitely, like, you could definitely run, like, a lot of builds of Tokiko. You guys are seeing, like, a lot of builds can be run with her. She's not, like, one-centric color, I don't think, like, from my testing. She hasn't really felt... like, she hasn't excelled in a color yet for me, like, when I've been doing testing. I don't think she's been, like, the very best in, like, one color, with, like, you know, like Renko where you run full blue, with like Sakura where you run full blue, with like Murasaki where you run full green. It hasn't like hit me yet with a setup like that, right? I haven't, you know, seen a setup like that that like really makes Tokiko feel really good. So we're gonna switch to blue, and then after that we'll wrap up the video. So I'll switch to the blue skills, and then we'll set up the supporters as well, and I'll show you guys what we got going. All right, so with Tokiko now, we set up her skills here. These are the skills I'm gonna be running. I'm actually gonna be running ranged on Tokiko for this build, because this Taimanin scroll does an area of effect, which I think counts as range if I'm not mistaken, because this is not a melee hit with this attack. And then also we have the Taimanin ranged ability. We have this melee ability, which I'm gonna be using because I haven't actually showed it off yet. And then we have Evil Eye Clairvoyance for the dodge. So and then for the supporters here, which I think will help a lot, is you have a Mane. If you guys don't know, which I explained earlier in the video, a Mane upon being attacked performs an area of attack that does 110 incoming damage, so 110%. And then we have Fuyumi, and then we also have the brand new Sakura supporter that is free to play. So we'll hop in and I'll show you guys what Tokiko can do with the blue build, and then we'll wrap up the video. But I think blue build is very good. From my testing, I think blue just needs better supporters, man. If blue gets a supporter that, like, you know, really elevates their skills, a lot of characters that revolve around full blue are going to be really good. Like, that's her blue ability right there. It's really good because it does an area of effect and takes out all the enemies right there, right? So I think that's a pretty good ability right there. Let me dodge, and then let's do this. See, like, that's the thing. That's the problem I have with that ability, is like, if I'm hitting an enemy like that, I cannot send them in there, right? That's a little bit annoying right there. But let's do this. Bot, and it hits everyone in the area. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Full blue on Tokiko does feel a little powerful. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe full blue is Tokiko's color, you know. Maybe that is her color, right? We will have to see. But from my testing, I feel like that's gonna be the color we might have to run on Tokiko, man, just for the optimal builds. We'll have to see. But from the looks of it, I think that definitely feels the best to me, personally. But I don't think any like build excels over the other in that much of a difference. So I think you can kind of run anything with Tokiko, man. That's what counts. So let's drop the ultimate. And let's see how much that does. Bob, I love, bro. That animation is so good, and she finishes. Bob. There we go. We did not get the kill, and then we'll drop the AoE. There we go. Easy clap, man. Nah, Tokiko is really good. If you guys are excited for Tokiko, man, she's definitely worthwhile. I don't think, again, she's not the best character in the game. Like, you know, Murasaki still takes that spot, but she's definitely up there in terms of the characters. I'd probably say she's like A tier in the rankings. Like let's say, who else would be like in the A tier? I think like Yukikaze would be A tier. I think Asuka is like, you know, B A tier ish. You know what I mean? I'd kind of rank her around there, like in the same type of like general like area with those types of characters. Even like Kurenai, I think she's about as like kind of like Kurenai as well. A lot like Asagi, you know, because of how like versatile she can be. But yeah, that is my first impressions of Fuuma Tokiko. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about her, man. I think she's a very good character, and I think that if you guys were excited for her, she's definitely worthwhile. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and everything like that. So that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next Action Taimanin video. Peace out, and have a great rest of your day.